Hello viewers, a warm welcome to this video. With only the last few months left for GATE, aspirants must be anxiously waiting for the preparation strategy. So, your wait ends here. No need to go any further, as a detailed preparation strategy along with other aspects of the preparation will be discussed in detail. So, please watch this video till the end, get benefited, and please like, share and subscribe the channel for more such useful videos. Thank you. Hello. So starting with, I would like to say that more effective preparation strategies may be shared by other rankers, but I would like to share it in my way. Please try to take those things which you think can be beneficial for you. So starting with the first category of students, which is the third years who have been allowed this year due to the change in the eligibility criteria. The third years uh, have the opportunity to appear in GATE for the first time, as we know. So while appearing for the first time, they have the most exam fear and the least experience in dealing with the exam. Let us consider for the sake of simplicity that each stream or each discipline has 12 subjects, 7 of them common, 3 of them core, and the other 2 are, one is in aptitude, general aptitude 15 marks, and engineering maths, which also carries around 13 to 15 marks. So the core subjects can be like power systems or machines for electrical, then EDC or communication for electronics, then transducers for IN, then theory of machines for mechanical, then structures for civil. And the common subjects can be like network theory for electrical, electronics and instrumentation, or strength of materials for mechanical and civil. Let us suppose that for the general case, for a third year candidate, the 5 of the 7 common subjects have been covered once in the syllabus at least, and 1.5 out of the 3 core subjects have been covered. And aptitude, and there is nothing like that to cover especially. And engineering maths, they mostly the colleges deal have the subject in the by the end of the first year they complete. So the number of new subjects they're left to deal with is 2 of the common subjects and 1.5 in the core subjects, and they need to revise all of the remaining subjects that have been covered earlier. So let's discuss how they can do that. First, to for the new subjects, what they can do is on a daily basis they can start with the one of the common subject and another of the core subject that they haven't touched yet for the next, say, 1 or 2 months. Along with that, on a daily basis, they can keep revising or in touch with the aptitude and engineering maths part, like for 1 or 1.5 hours on a daily basis. Doing that, they will have a lot of practice in the aptitude and engineering maths section, both the combined, which carries around 28 to 30 marks. For the practice of the aptitude and maths, they can follow GATE previous years, and for engineering maths, they can follow ESE previous years also for the common portions. So by doing that, they will have a good grip over the engineering maths and aptitude section, which is in fact quite scoring, and that in the end that differentiates the toppers from the those who just wouldn't make it to the top, say 100 or 200. It makes a lot of difference in the end, to be honest. So by following this style or method of covering new subjects and also revising aptitude maths simultaneously on a daily basis, they can cover the left portion of the syllabus in the next, say, 2 months. The 1.5 subjects of core, because core takes more time, and 2 subjects common, 2 or 2.5 subjects of common, so common subjects. So doing that by around say by next 2 months they can complete the syllabus once. After that, what they can do is start with revision. In revision, many try to revise from the very basics, or again from what they have had studied earlier, like from in a fresh way. But that can be done. But another effective way that they can apply is they can directly start solving with questions. While doing that, they can see that some concepts, some type of problems they remember very well, even without revising. So for those kind of problems, they don't need to again go through the same notes and spend time there. They can go through the notes once after they complete the rest of the revision, and there will be some other portions in which they will not be able to attempt. They will feel like they need to refer the notes once again, notes on material once again. So in those kind of topics, they need to look up the notes once again. So that will be more effective because they will not have to spend time revising the notes again, which they remember quite well. So during revision, what the third years can do is, in the last 2 or 3 months, they can revise on a daily basis around 1 core and 1 common subject on a daily basis. And for revision purpose, 1 core and 1 common subjects, if taken parallelly, should not take around more than 10 to 15 days. And so 7 common plus 3 core subjects should take around not more than 2.5 months. And along with that, they can continue their practice for aptitude and engineering maths, because losing touch may cause harm, because it will help them a lot if they practice engineering maths on daily basis. Maybe they can lessen the time while revision of the during revision they can reduce the time to around maybe half an hour to 1 hour for engineering maths and aptitude combined. So that can continue till like December or 1 month before the GATE exam for the third years. In this way, they will be able. Next category of students whose preparation strategy is going to discussed is the final years. The final years are also going to have their first attempt, because the eligibility criteria changed just a few days back. But they will be much more like familiar with the subjects, because they have dealt with the subjects 1 year more than the third years, and they also have covered much more of the syllabus in their colleges or universities by this time. Like, we can expect, by my experience I'm saying, we can expect that they have covered like all of the common subjects, and maybe one or half of the core subjects are remaining for them. So a preparation strategy can be discussed for them. Since they are already preparing the strategies as follows. Since the final years are already preparing for GATE, they can continue their preparation in a more vigorous way, such that in the next 1 month they can try to cover the left core subject, maybe one or half, and also any other common subject which they may be left with by any chance. And take the rest of the time for revision. The revision the same, and also simultaneously they should keep in touch with the engineering maths and aptitude part for more practice and better grip on those subjects. For the revision, they can follow the strategy common with the third years, which is they need not revise the whole portions or the whole chapters of the subjects once again. They can directly start practicing or evaluating themselves by solving the previous year GATE questions. If they face difficulty or think that they have completely forgotten any concept, they can go through the notes or material once to regain that concept. And in many other concepts, they will find that they're already remembering the things quite well. So they need not spend time again in going through the basics of those portions. Instead, they should try to solve more and more questions. So in the last, after 1 month, in the last 3 to 4 months remaining, they should take one core subject and one common subject together parallelly and try to cover it in 10 to 15 days. In the course of that, they should solve all types of questions from whatever source they have, primarily the previous year GATE questions, and then other sources also, if they can afford or avail. Doing that, they can brush up and practice all the concepts in good form well before 1 month before GATE. The last category of students left out is the droppers, or those who have attempted GATE once or more number of times already. For this group, I will be able to relate better, because I have already been a member once. So the preparation strategy for this group can be as follows. As they are already well versed with the GATE exam, they know what kind of questions have what weightage, and how is the GATE exam, all those things. Also, they have covered the syllabus once. It can be hoped that they have covered the syllabus once, because they have attempted GATE, and all the subjects, at least the topics are known to them. Maybe they have not done revision, so they may not be able to recollect all the things at this point. So for them, there is ample time, because they are ahead in terms of others, in terms of syllabus coverage and all. The remaining time, around 4 or 5 months, they can wholeheartedly dedicate to problem solving. They can directly start with the previous year questions of GATE as per the revision strategy already discussed earlier. They can directly start with the previous year questions and try to judge themselves as to what level they are currently, which topics they remember well and which they don't. In case they don't remember many things or many formulae properly, they need to brush up the notes or the material they're having, and then again continue with the practice of questions. So they need to focus more on the revision part and the practice part. For practice, they can follow well the GATE previous year questions, and for revision part, they can follow the same strategy, like for one core subject along with one common subject and aptitude and maths on a daily basis. They can do it for till 2 months before GATE, and then they can start attempting tests and all. So that can be done for the droppers of the aspirants who are going to give the second or higher attempts. The main thing that this group should keep in mind is that they need not worry much about the syllabus completion part, because they're already done with it. They need to focus more on the practice part and the question solving, numerical solving part, and managing other things which they failed to do in their earlier attempts. So improvisation part is more important, and working on the mistakes, trying to identify the weak areas. These all are required for this group mostly. That all the categories of students have been covered, the preparation strategies for each kind. So please note the different strategies and choose according to the category you belong to. Now coming on to some general queries about the preparation. The very first one is which resources to follow and can I do it by self-study? In this regard, I would like to say that it is immaterial from which source one studies, or by what way one studies, like self-study or coaching. It only matters what you study and how much it is relevant for the exam. Like for question solving or numerical solving, one need not bother about which source they are following. They can do it from Gate Previous Years, that is the most trusted source. Other than that, if they are members of doubt solving groups, they can utilize that. They can try to solve the doubts, etc. Or if they are having some other material, they can refer that as well. If they have standard books, then there are a multitude of problems given as examples. So they can obviously start. They can start solving those. They can also try and attempt the exercise problems given in books. So they need not worry about which resources and specifically like that. All they need to take care is that they should have ample practice, and the source from which they are practicing, that source should have relevant questions. That should be an authentic source. They need not bother about the mode of preparation, that is either they are doing by self or by coaching. All that matters is the conviction of the student towards the preparation. That is what decides the performance. As even a self-study candidate can perform better than a coaching, as we often see. So it is immaterial what mode of preparation one follows, and one should choose according to what suits the individual. So that is a personal choice, and that is left to the aspirants, as it varies from aspirant to aspirant. Next query which I often encounter is, for getting a good ranking Gate, is it necessary to follow a large number of sources or materials? As far as I think, no. We need to follow the trusted and the right sources, and we need to practice from that. Following a limited number of trusted and good sources, authentic sources, can help more than following a large number of sources, because if we follow large number of sources, then we may get confused, like from where to study. Too much content available at hand is also not quite good, because then we have to figure out from where to study, which one to select and which one not to select, etc. Next question which I often get from aspirants is that in test series, which test series to take, how many test series to take, then how should we proceed to the test series, part test, subject test, full test, etc. In this regard, as far as my experience goes, I think test series gives us a good idea of where we stand, then our time management skill, and also our accuracy. Apart from that, test series also contains many irrelevant questions. So trusting our performance fully based on test series is not, I think, a good choice. Rather, we should check whether we are able to do the questions in the test series which are relevant to the exam level. And regarding attempting the test series, if we are attempting for the first time the subjects, then we can go with part test, then subject test, then full test. Or if we are attempting for other than the first time, then we can also go for full test directly if we think our preparation for the part and subject is means good enough. And apart from that, taking how many test series is essential, it depends upon the practice of the candidate, like how many sources or how many other sources there, how many from where are they solving problems. A series like only gives the idea in a competitive environment. If they think they are practicing well from other sources also, they may go for only one test series. I don't think it will be much of a problem if they go for only one test series. But if they need some more practice, they can go for or maybe two test series also. So it depends upon the level of practice. Next question which I often face is how to approach numerical solving. Now in numerical solving, I would like to say both the concept as well as the formula needs to be well remembered, because without either of them we won't be able to solve. So before starting to solve a numerical, we should try to recall all the formulae that will be relevant to solving it, and also the concept. So what can be done is in the short notes, if one is preparing, then that particular formula or a result can be written, or if one can remember, has a good memory, then he or she can also try to remember the formula and try to apply. While seeing a numerical, we should try to gather all the data given in the numerical just by looking at it, and by seeing those data we should try to recollect the formula that matches with those data. So doing that, they won't face much problem in solving or decoding a particular kind of a numerical. Next common query related to preparation that is often asked is how to solve or approach previous year questions. In this regard, I would like to say that previous year questions are the most important source of questions, as they provide the basis of the type of questions that are asked in GATE or have been asked in GATE in the past. So taking those questions are very seriously is very important. And how that can be done is attempting the questions in the test-like environment. Like in the actual GATE exam, we get 65 questions in 3 hours to solve. So for 1 hour, it can be around like 20 to 25 questions. So while solving previous year questions, we can apply, or we can try to set up that kind of a time and setting in which we will try to solve 20 to 25 questions in 1 hour. By doing that, we can analyze how good we are at managing time, and also we can check our accuracy by not looking at the questions during that interval of time, looking at the answers at that interval of time, and by appearing for those questions as a kind of a test. And after the time gets over, we can go back to the answer key and check how have we performed. So that kind of preparation, or that kind of strategy to solve previous year questions helps a lot. Another query that is quite often asked is how to manage time during the exam. This is not a major problem that is faced in GATE exam, because if we are well prepared, then we have a lot of time to answer all the questions well. But still, managing time well, first of all, requires good preparation. Along with that, we need to have a good speed of answering. And how can the speed of answering be increased? It can be increased simply by more and more practice of different variety of questions. So more and more practice of different variety of questions gives us more confidence, and also it reduces our time of answering. So for better time management, we need to have better practice and try to appear for the tests which are better at simulating the actual test environment. Another question which is quite commonly asked, or problem which is commonly faced, is how to tackle cumbersome calculations during the exam. For this, aspirants need to have a good practice of the virtual calculator platform that is available for the calculations during the course of the exam. And for detailed detailed guide on handling the basic operations using a virtual calculator, video is already there in this very series, Preparation Motivation. So please go through that. You will get a lot of help by seeing that. With that, almost all the queries regarding preparation have been addressed. But still, if you feel you have further doubts or queries to ask, please feel free in the comment section and to do so, and I will try to the best of my capacity to help you out. Thank you very much.